Okay, this had to do with the disclosure of economic interest by a board member, Bradley Kroon, who's on the Anchorage Port Commission, and he he's an operation manager for Olympic Tug and Barge. And so I did call Steve Rebuffo, who is the director of the port, and asked him get some input from him. Number one, the positions are not code-driven, so that's not an issue one way or the other, because often the code will say, we want an owner, we want an operator, we want. So, like, for instance, ACDA, half their positions are set forth in the code because they want those people on the board. So at any rate, so then I asked him about this. Olympic Tug and Barge is a user of the port. They're not one of the tenants. And that's where Steve said he would draw the line if it was one of the tenants, because the primary function of this board, the Anchorage Port Commission, is to deal with the tariff, to make recommendations as to the tariff, which greatly impacts the tenants. All users, a tariff, it does impact all users, but it's just a member of the business community, so it seemed appropriate. So Steve is very comfortable, and it's not a direct conflict type thing that this particular business would be named in the tariff or be affected by a tariff. It's a general application to the entire public that uses the port. So Steve was comfortable with this level. He said he probably would not be comfortable with a tenant. There's a half dozen big tenants down there.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for calling. Okay, with that disclosure, does that affect the consent agenda approval that we had earlier from anybody's perspective?
If I'm approving this one.
Okay, all right. Hearing no objection to consent. Remains approved.